Almost 30 countries have gathered in Hawaii for the world's largest naval exercises, known as RIMPAC. We'll be covering these drills over the next few weeks. Our reporter Jaime Ocon is joining us now from Honolulu. Jaime, what have we seen from the exercises so far?
Well, like you said, these are the world's largest Navy exercises, and the main focus here is to build connections and partnerships, and it's also a rare chance for the countries here to learn from one another and practice out at sea. Now, we were actually invited by some of those countries to check out some of the warships that will be participating in this year's drills, and we actually got to speak to some of those sailors that were on board.
Australian and Peruvian sailors. An unlikely pairing, but coming together here in Hawaii. Every 2 years, navies from around the world gather at the Pearl Harbor Navy Base in Honolulu. They're here for RIMPAC. Also known as the Rim of the Pacific exercise, it's organized by the U.S., and it's the world's largest international naval drill, intended to strengthen cooperation with countries around the Pacific Ocean. The U.S. also invites allies from Europe and elsewhere. This year, more than 30 vessels, 150 aircraft, and 25,000 personnel will be taking part in the exercise. Taiwan has never participated in RIMPAC, despite recent calls from U.S. lawmakers to extend an invite. RIMPAC officials here told TaiwanPlus the decision is in line with the U.S.'s One China policy. For sailors here, RIMPAC is a rare opportunity to reconnect with old friends.
I've been meeting a lot of classmates. I didn't know they were here. I have a classmate in the Peruvian ship, I have a classmate in the Malaysian ship, and there's a bunch of classmates that are just stationed here, so it's wonderful. It's how small the Navy world is.
For others, it's a chance to learn something new.
Because our RIMPAC has a wide variety of countries' navies to such extent, so this is a precious opportunity for us.
Really fun, good conversation, but also at work it's really fun being able to do large-scale exercises with other navies and how we work together. It's really impressive.
But RIMPAC is not just about forging connections, it's also about demonstrating unity. In recent years, China has increased its military presence around Taiwan, the South China Sea, and in the wider Indo-Pacific region. While officials at RIMPAC are careful about the wording they use, analysts here in Hawaii say China is the main concern.
This is essentially the primary competitor, not the only one in the Indo-Pacific, but certainly this is what we see as what the United States calls the pacing challenge, the challenge to come. And so RIMPAC is a way to actually respond to what could happen and hopefully deter a future war.
RIMPAC is all part of a strategy to maintain regional security through cooperation between the U.S. and its allies and partners.
This is the HMAS Sydney, the only warship from Australia here. And as the country looks to be more active in the Indo-Pacific region, the crew from this ship is looking to take the lessons they learned from RIMPAC and apply them when they get back home.
A big part of these exercises is learning how each Navy operates and how they can come together to form an effective fighting force. That means relying on each Navy's capabilities, especially during a conflict.
I would say trust is a key part of it, but it's the communication that is critical. And to achieve effective communication, you need to be with each other, talk a common language, which most navies do, and to actually have time to actually engage each other so you can approach problems.
With the security environment in Asia growing more complex, RIMPAC is an attempt to show that in the face of an increasingly assertive China, for the U.S. and its allies, there's still strength in numbers.
So as you saw there, many of those ships are still actually docked at Pearl Harbor Navy Base. That's because they're not quite ready to head out to sea yet. However, next week we'll be joining some of those ships to see what they've been learning and to see what they can put in action when they conduct live fire exercises in the Pacific Ocean. So for many sailors here, they'll have the long weekend, the July 4th long weekend, to get ready, get all the equipment they need before they head out to sea, which will last for 2 weeks. Sandy, back to you.